telecast.
Oh, I started the whole thing.
They've been so good.
Wow.
Andrew Myers is here with us, and he just whispers, he just goes, lights of bananas, and he's right. So this is something we alluded to, and I'm talking over this because we're the
we're the inside.
New York, too polished, too good. DC, little wild. This is peanut butter and jelly mix.
It's the Goldilocks.
Combination of horrendous tenacity and just great pugilism. We just said the same thing.
Absolutely.
Nope.
Now entering the ring, fighting out of the red corner.
Great stuff.
Weighing in at 145 pounds.
Yep.
Fighting out of Alton Street
one of the better
Boxing
fight
and
cards, top
Fitness
to bottom,
and
that
trained
we've
by
ever seen.
Todd Paris. Make some noise for Keri Lehtonen.
Oh, yeah.
Not always a big hip-hop guy, JC. Hits different. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Oh, my God. New favorite.
Keri Lehtonen. Just another one of Todd's girls.
Todd?
Yeah.
All right, so number one, let's see if there's any straws in play, right? But also, how do you pronounce it? Oh, Lehtonen. Lehtonen. Keri Lehtonen. Very excited to be here tonight. Very excited.
Listen, man. Tonight is the night.
Please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 140 pounds, fighting out of Everybody Fights and trained by Kevin Cobbs and Dave Bergeron. Let's hear it for Alexis Callahan.
All right, a lot of times with these events, people clear out, and that might be the story. Callahan brought a wagon with her.
There's a crowd here for Callahan.
This is the last fight of the evening, and the crowd appears to be nearly as large as it was at the start of the night, and it's louder. This could be interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, our third.
Last one of the night. Lots of exciting bouts so far. Let's see if we can close out the show on a high note. Keri Lehtonen. There's an extra syllable in there. Lehtonen and Alexis Callahan.
Moving forward, I would like to see, now that we know Todd brings straws.
Yep.
Do you know where I'm going with this?
Oh, the curly straw.
That I would like to see a curly straw that potentially changes color.
Yeah, we're going to see some bombs, I think, in this final bout of the evening.
Lehtonen has that kind of.
She's got a dynamite right hand. She's not super polished, but she looks like she's got a donkey
It's almost
kick
like
to that
the way
right
I was going
hand.
to describe it. It's kind of like the intentional erratic, right? Like a conscious erratic movement.
That Clay Guida.
Yes. Yo, perfect analogy. Yes, Clay Guida, who just looks like he's being electrocuted the whole time, but there is a method to the madness. Lehtonen looks like there's a little bit of that. Callahan appears to be a little bit more polished. Good straight, too, by Callahan. With that being said, Lehtonen answers back with her right hand of her
Yeah,
own.
Lehtonen definitely doesn't have the same polish. She looks like she's got pop in both her hands.
And not only that, right? Sometimes when you're a little... Now, she's not wild.
Oh, no,
by any stretch.
she's
less conventional.
Yep.
It actually can kind of tie your brain in a knot, you know?
like a punch comes at an angle that shouldn't exist.
Sure, exactly. She does things that, if you open the big boxing almanac, she doesn't necessarily follow the script. And because of that, she's having success with both the left and right hand. Yeah, Lehtonen has that kind of surprising snap, surprising power. I like to see her not reach so much on her rear hand parries, but look at every time she parries, she snaps the jab back. Now, what do you need to do?
Add a second punch.
You said it. Oh, look at, I think she can throw a little bit.
She's throwing that right hand on an island, though. If she
Throw it yeah, you're right.
throw
So,
it behind a one.
or when your hips are popped like that after you throw your
Add
two,
a 3.
to close your eyes and throw that grenade. Again, and now it should go for people watching at home. I have mentioned a number of times, close your eyes. Please do not close your eyes in boxing, all right? What I'm saying is, realistically, it doesn't take a lot of additional thought to add that hook at the end, and chances are you're going to find success.
Callahan looking to steal the end of the round. Honestly, she's very clearly the more polished boxer. I don't think she did enough to win that round. I don't know.
No, I absolutely believe that she did not do enough to steal that round. I will say this. I am listening to the Spikes Girls, and it's one of those things that when a certain song, the same women that like that 1 minute break,
man, they
big
love
Spice Girls
dancing.
fans.
Yep.
Sometimes you hear a song like this, it's just terribly distracting, you know, in all the right ways, you know. Lehtonen won that round. I think it was competitive. I think
Todd has a straw in this corner as well.
Straw, and you know what? I think it's a different color. So you know, like, he's like, all right, you know, like, when we're setting up our bag, right?
Yeah.
You go, okay, we got 5 fighters tonight. I got 5 ice bags. I got 5 sport top waters. We got 5 different towels because you don't want to share blood and all that stuff. You know Todd goes, all right, I got 2 fighters tonight. 2 boxes.
straws.
Yeah,
Everything else doesn't matter.
You know what I would love to see, though, is like the gold seam of a McDonald's straw.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
Todd doesn't strike me as a McDonald's guy. He's a Starbucks guy, right? We'll talk.
Or like Panera. He could be a Panera guy.
The one thing Lehtonen, I think, does really well is every time she makes a defensive move, as in,
She throws some offense behind
yep,
it.
every time.
But I'd like to see her add combinations to our offense. Okay, so Callahan's starting to come alive and throw some shots. I don't know that you want to trade. Callahan's the sharper boxer. She should be setting up her shots from the outside. But great right hand by Callahan.
Yeah, Lehtonen is just kind of a tough nut to crack.
Yeah, I mean, again, I wish she would step through and throw 4 or 5 or 6 shots instead of those 1s or 2s.
Yeah. As the fight wears on, she's slowing down and is actually adopting a more conventional stance.
And it's funny, I don't
There
like
we go.
as much,
You know what, though? You know what we're seeing there? She's finally putting combinations together.
Yeah.
And she really turns over that right hand well. She's got good hips. I'd like to see her finish a combination with the left hook. Oh, good jab. Like a stifling jab.
Great. Callahan coming on.
And it might be the worst thing that happened to her. This is another interesting round to score, though. So far, it's a coin toss, certainly.
Lehtonen's got to stay in there when she...
Lehtonen doing the exact same thing Callahan did by pumping that jab. Stealing a page out of her book.
She's so unorthodox. Callahan definitely, when she's landing those 3, 4, 5 jabs in a row, makes it easier to score that round for Callahan.
I think Lehtonen is also very tired, and I don't think it's because she's not fit. I think she's putting a tremendous amount of energy into each punch. Again, if you look at where the officials' eyes are, Melissa Kelly was taking a closer look at Lehtonen throughout the majority of that round than she was Callahan. That's a tougher round to score.
I think that's a Callahan round. I think she was busier and landing cleaner shots.
Round. I think it might be a Callahan round is right.
So, folks, Haymakers. Haymakers Row, Bells of the Brawl 8, live from the House of Blues in Boston, Tuesday, December 7th. Last bout of the evening. Card didn't disappoint, top to bottom. I mean, every single bout, ultra competitive for the most part.
I would love to see, you know, Haymakers Hope, they do golf. They've done the polar plunge. They've done the marathon. Now I need to see like a Cannibal Corpse, Guar, metal show called Hellmakers.
Yeah, Hellmakers for Hope.
Or Hells of the Brawl. What'd you say? Hellmakers for Hope?
Hellmakers for Hope.
That's
Andrew, Julie, you're welcome. There's your next year. Great fundraising opportunity.
Yep. Royalties
sponsored by Hellman's, like that mayonnaise company.
That's disgusting, dude.
Mayonnaise and Haymakers for Hope go together like PB&J.
That's right. Last round of the night. Let's go. Again, Matt Nolan and Mark on Nolan Brothers Boxing calling all the action here. Live from the House of Blues.
Anybody's bout. I have a 1 round apiece. Yeah, this is what Lehtonen should have been doing. Just stand in the pocket and trade and bang and pray that you land that hard, clean shot.
I think Callahan does identify and recognize the fact that even though she had a better second round, this fight is anyone's to be had, and she needs to press the action just as much. each corner probably rightfully told their boxers, oh, that was a legitimate knockdown.
Callahan should be going to a neutral corner. This fight might be over.
Melissa Kelly just asked 2 or 3 times if Lehtonen would like to continue.
Yep.
And
That's the
Lehtonen
right call.
said no.
The right call. She got caught with something bad.
The last fight of the evening ends emphatically.
Great knockout. Excellent knockout. And again, when I say excellent knockout, Lehtonen is not. She's not in. She's going to be fine tonight. She's fine right now.
Smiling.
She's on. So, that's the type of knockout you want to see. It's exciting, but no real injury. We saw a pretty horrific KO here last time we were.
That one was not as fun to call, certainly.
So great showing. Awesome showing of respect by both corners too.
We've got Katy Perry bopping in the background. I will say, Britney Spears, the newer stuff is better. Katy Perry, the older stuff is better. Again, feel free you can write whatever you'd like in response, NolanBrothersBoxing@gmail.com. Old Katy Perry, better. New Britney, better. Check their catalogs, dude.
But Matt says new Britney. Like, Circus came out like 20 years ago, and that's like Matt hangs his hat on that.
The newest. That's a fire album. Good album. But Katy
Official
Perry,
decision
Fight
coming
fans, put your hands together and make some noise for these ladies. The last fight certainly did not disappoint. Our referee has called a stop to this contest at 52 seconds of the 3rd round. For your winner, out of the blue corner, Alexis Callahan!
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for tonight. We will be back in May. Listen,